What up? This is the Cozy Womb Podcast. My name is Shan. We're going to talk about giving birth, having kids, and surviving kids on this podcast, okay? This is Cozy Womb. You can always hit me up at Cozy Womb on Twitter, cozywoom@gmail.com. I'll answer emails. And also, you can always leave a voicemail on here on Anchor. You can listen to me on Anchor, iTunes, and there's a podcast app for Android that you can listen to this podcast on. I randomly post, so we ain't gotta worry about what day I'm gonna be on here. I'll be up, okay? Alrighty, guys. We're going to talk about episode 19, What's Your Birth Control Method? Now, when I go to my annual appointments as a woman, they ask you, how you are? How are you? How you been? Okay. So, are you on birth control? Excuse me? It's a normal question. Now, men, and I feel like it's very biased on, men don't really go to doctor's appointments, period. So there's no doctor really asking a man, so you on birth control, my G? What kind of birth control you taking? What's your method? Ain't nobody asking men that. And so I feel like it's more pressure on a woman. And when I separate this by women's versions of birth control and a man's version of birth control, you can see that this shit ain't balanced. And because this is not balanced, it shows in men's attitudes when women may become pregnant, or when their girlfriend or wife is expecting, how they're really not into it because you've never been mentally involved in the idea of a human being may happen for the outcome of our stroking. Women is always, thrown into that. When we go to doctor's appointments, when we flip through magazines, commercials on the TV, you really don't see men talking about versions of birth control. Maybe men may talk about versions of how to be erect with certain meds. But as far as like birth control for men, that's not really talked about. So I'm going to go through what type of birth controls there is for women and men. And I'm going to go through like the side effects of it. Personally, I've never taken birth control because it's a choice of mine. My cousins and friends always tell me about side effects that come from that. When you research why birth control was created and the chemicals and things that are in it that basically train your body not to do anything to reproduce, it gives you long-term problems. If you think about it, any meds that's telling your body not to do something that it naturally should do is going to have a long-term effect on your body later on when you actually want it to work normally. And a lot of women run into issues where at one time they weren't on birth control, and because they were scared of having a child when they quote-unquote didn't want one at the time for whatever reason, they get on birth control, and then they get to a point where they want to get off of birth control. Their body goes through changes, and it's harder for them to conceive. No shit, Sherlock. You've been training your body, with pills and whatever birth control method you have to tell your body, hey, don't use that part of your body. We don't use that. And now that you're at a point in your life where you feel like, I could fit a child into this, and you get married or you meet someone that you see a future with with children. Now you want to tell your body, hey, stop doing what I've been training you to do for the past 10 plus years, and I need you to help me produce a baby. Your body is like, wait a minute, we need time. Wait a minute, I'm not doing that because that's kind of foreign to me. I don't know what you're talking about. We never really gotten into a habit of not doing these things. We don't know how to work this part of the body in order to help you create a baby, and you run into issues. So I mean, to each his own. If you want birth control, by all means go ahead and do your thing. Me personally, I'll just stay away from the peen and away from, fine men. I have 2 kids. I didn't take birth control. I just we just sometimes rubbers, or did the good old pull-out method, or it was just one of those nights with brown liquor that is unforgettable. And now we have kids. Yes, shout out to brown liquor. Each time I had brown liquor, sometimes it was with shot glasses, sometimes it was straight from the bottle. I've gotten children. I have 2 children, and I've never touched brown liquor since, okay? If you don't know, I'm giving you a fair warning. But let's proceed into these birth control options. All right, let's go. All right, so let's go down the list for women. Women, what? IUD. Side effect, it could be life-threatening. May cause pelvic infections. One of my cousins did have the IUD, which is like a little plastic device or object that they put into a tube inside a woman, and it basically sits there as like a stopper to stop women from basically conceiving through their eggs and shit of having a kid. Why it can be life-threatening is because sometimes it may move and shift in there, and my cousin had to get it removed surgically, which costs thousands of dollars. And if you do not have surgery, it can be very painful and threatening towards you living or not. So that's a no for me. But some women still use it. Don't know why. But hey, Plan B now. Plan B is not birth control. Plan B is y'all done messed up, condom done busted, or y'all didn't use no condom, and homie just really went ham, and y'all just got lost in the sauce. Plan B is basically a pill that you can get over the counter now at any pharmacy. You could get it at Walmart, Kroger, Walgreens, CVS. It's a $50 plus cost bill. 2 pills. I've taken it before with one of my exes. And you take it after that night where you had any sexual interaction where you think, we got lost in the sauce. Let's just take this just in case. Or, this condom done broke. This is not a time where I see us both bringing a child here. I don't want that to be a possibility, so let's nip this in the bud. And it basically stops the opportunity of a child to occur. You take the pill. You could take it within the 24 hours after the situation has occurred. You take the pill, 1 pill first, and wait 12 hours, and then you take in the second pill. And then after that, you should be good to go, but always double check a few weeks after to make sure you're in the clear that there's no baby coming. The pill, and when I say the pill, I'm talking the birth control pill you can get from your doctor. That is not sold over the counter. Side effects from that: weight gain, mood swings, acne, nausea, dizziness, your boobs hurt, headache, aka you just about to be a bitch because you're irritated. Your body's going through hella changes for this pill to stop you from doing something your body is normally supposed to do as a woman, and that is, if that man drops the sauce, you are supposed to create. And if you are training your body not to create through this pill, when you're going to want to create, you're going to have a hard time. Those are the side effects of the pill. Some women use an arm patch now. You can put it on your butt. You can put it on your stomach or your upper arm. And it basically just gives your body a lot of hormones and shit to tell your body not to create a baby. Side effects of that is something that's seen. Some women put it somewhere where it's not seen. Everything's 99% effective, okay? I have a few cousins that are 99, that 1% baby because they were on the pill, that 1% baby because they use the arm patch. If you don't want babies, then you better avoid or make sure homie gets that condom that's the right size. Okay? Don't be busting through no packages. The arm patch sometimes can give women skin irritations, headaches, vaginal bleeding, bloating, vomiting. You see all the things that women have to go through for the sake of telling their bodies not to do something they're supposed to do, as in creating humans. And then we have this men list where now they have a pill. Side effect of it is it'll let men gain weight, or men can use a condom. And side effect of that is you're going to have some maybe babies sometimes. Meaning that shit is not 100% effective. Then you have the stop screwing method. Now, if you don't want kids, stop screwing homie raw. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that Busta Rhymes up in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby, I like it raw. That, like, stop. I know it feels amazing. I know it's a wonderful thing. I know they make condoms that tells you, hey, it feels like nothing here. Some men go with nothing there, and then when a woman be like, hey, this pee-pee stick that says plus plus, they be like, what? How did that happen? What you mean? Oh my God. Are you serious? What the fuck? No, you wasn't saying, what the fuck? That night when you was getting that crack and lacking. You know what I'm saying? Keep your Johnson to yourself if you're not willing to be prepared for what can occur from your Johnson. It's very simple, but a lot of people chance it, gamble with it, and then you have schools for the gamble with it kids. Schools for the damn, I shoulda, but I didn't. You know, we all have our family members who wasn't really planning, but now this kid is here. This kid is wonderful. But for your method of birth control that works for you, good if it works for you. Me personally, I'm just not with it. I'm not taking it. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not helping this population grow on purpose by any means, and I'm not gonna help kill the future of a child that may know the cure for certain cancers, be an amazing creator, or discover something amazing because I want to take a pill, because I want to train my body not to do something. I mean, choose wisely. By all means, please make a choice. I'm not telling y'all to do my method, because my method can be risky. But I'm not in a relationship, and I don't believe in one night stands. So the opportunity for kids to occur is very low for me. I'm chilling. But by all means, please, y'all, be careful. Protect yourselves. Don't be afraid to ask that person that you're with in a relationship or not, before y'all do the bang bang, show me your records of you taking these sexual STD tests, and I'll show you mine. That has to be talked about. A lot of people act like that is not a danger out here. I would say that's more dangerous than kids. Stop being just afraid of creating kids and ask that man or that woman, when's the last time you were tested? Tested for not just HIV, tested for all sexual transmitted diseases. I just got tested 3 weeks ago and I'm waiting for these results. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. It's called being responsible. Do what you need to do. Alright? This is Cozy Womb. My name is Shan. And if you have any 2 cents, please leave them in a voicemail. Please email me at cozywomb.com. At gmail.com. My bad. And you can hit me up on Twitter too, Cozy Womb. Alright? I'm out here. This is episode 19. Keep it real with the person you're with. And if you don't want kids, do what you need to do. Okay? Deuces.
I loved it. I was just like, You said it. Yes, birth control. I agree. I totally agree. I took that stuff for 10 solid years in my 20s. My early 20s to my late 20s. Okay, maybe not 10 years. I want to say probably, actually, yes, a good solid 10 years. And I tell you, I paid the price. When I got married and it was time to start having kids and we were ready, it was just like, I know this 10-year birth control had some side effects on my body. And I'm just very lucky that my body reverted back to being able to have kids and conceive. And I've never touched it since then. Keep away. I stay away. Stay away from it. I do. But each to their own, right?